In many ways, the success of the Switch has vindicated the ideas of the Wii U. The idea of a hybrid console, both handheld and home system rolled into one, has resonated big time with audiences. The problem with the Wii U is the technology wasn't there yet. Being tethered to within 5 feet of the console destroyed the portability of the system, and the two-screen experience wasn't novel enough to attract interest by itself. Even on the software side, 2 of the 4 best-selling games on Switch started life on the Wii U. The Wii U tends to get a pretty relentless beating these days, so let's build it up a little by counting down my top 10 favourite Wii U games. A caveat: there are a few big holes in my Wii U playing experience, namely Bayonetta 2, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which I'll probably play on Switch next year, and Pikmin 3, so they will be nowhere to be seen. I'll also prioritise games available only on Wii U, so quality indie games like Shovel Knight, SteamWorld Heist, and Axiom Verge didn't make the cut. That said, let's get to it. It's a shame that Nintendo's best hardware showcase game ended up being tied to their poorest performing console. As iconic as Wii Sports is, Nintendo Land was a much better, more complete game. The game was full of superb minigames with robust offerings in both single and multiplayer. Donkey Kong's Crash Course was an awesome tilt game that I'm still mad hasn't become its own game. Balloon Trip Breeze was a nice revival of Balloon Fight's best mode. Luigi's Ghost Mansion is still probably the best asymmetrical multiplayer game. Mario Chase and Animal Crossing Sweet Day are great variations on the Chase theme. It was a generous, bright, colourful bundle wrapped in a joyous Nintendo theme park, all while showing off what the Wii U hardware could do. I will mount my full-throated defense of Paper Mario Color Splash some other day, but for now, I'll just say that get over the disposable cards, it's essentially the same as an MP system. Color Splash is the closest Nintendo has come to making a full-on comedy. It's charming, engaging, and consistently funny as you fight pirates, explore a haunted hotel, and battle aboard a train. The only time the battle system falls down is when certain bosses require an item that can be missed in the field, and result in a guaranteed loss. The game looks absolutely stunning as the world is fully realised in the paper aesthetic, and the music is tremendous. You'll smile all the way through Paper Mario Color Splash. Seriously, play the game, it's unfairly maligned. People are wrong. Casting aside nostalgia, Mario Kart 8 is the best Mario Kart. Other than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, of course. Intricately detailed tracks, an amazing sense of speed, particularly when ramped up to the blistering 200cc mode, tons of unlockable car parts, and a large cast of racers with admittedly far too many baby characters, Mario Kart 8 is the closest to perfection Mario Kart has ever come. The DLC expanded past the usual Mario and Donkey Kong universes, dragging in tracks from Animal Crossing, F-Zero and Excitebike, giving hope for a full-on Nintendo Kart in the next outing. While you may have had fun playing Mario Kart 64 in college, Mario Kart 8 iterated on everything that made the series so much fun. The only thing holding it back from being higher on this list is that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Switch built on it even more to form an even more complete package. Also Luigi Death Star. Born from a set of side challenges in Super Mario 3D World, Nintendo wisely opted to expand the Captain Toad puzzle levels into their own full game. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker drops you into a series of unique and challenging puzzle boxes where you must reach the gold star collecting optional gems as you progress. The biggest obstacle is less the occasional enemies than navigating and manipulating the environment. A rare good Wii U gamepad game, you use the gamepad to move the camera, interact with objects, and move platforms all to reach the goal. All that adds up to an awesome puzzle platformer that gives Toad a genre all his own to hopefully explore long into the future. I'm still salty Captain Toad isn't in Smash Bros. Sakurai clearly hates me. Super Mario Maker felt like pure magic. A seemingly never-ending well of interesting, creative, novel, challenging, and occasionally utterly terrible levels to dive into. It's remarkable just how much Nintendo got right out of the gate. While it launched too long after the Wii U's die was cast, it should have been the system's killer app. Using the gamepad to create levels was a breeze, making the task of precisely building your ideas and monstrosities incredibly simple to execute. You could slip in and out of the editor mode to test your contraptions, iterate on them, and keep on improving. The level editor was so accessible, thoughtful, and fluid that the act of making levels was fun in and of itself, even if you aren't the most creative in the world. There was a layer of weird running through it all too, from the interactive title screen, to the Easter eggs, to the way the background music sang the name of the item as you placed it, to the hidden fly swatting. The whole game felt like a fever dream. While the search functions weren't the best in the world, the game still spawned more great Mario levels than you could ever possibly play. Plus it had the amiibo costumes. They are dearly missed in the sequel. They helped cover for the fact that I'm very bad at making levels. New Nintendo IP has become increasingly rare over the last 20 years, so when Nintendo announced their bizarre Squid Kid paintball shooter, people were both confused and intrigued. A competitive shooter seemed very un-Nintendo, but of course Nintendo put their own brilliant creative spin on the genre with Splatoon. Full of the early 2000s skater aesthetic, Splatoon was less about killing your opponents, though they rather satisfyingly splatted into paint anytime you did, than it was about covering your territory in your colour of ink. For me, a person very bad at shooters, it allowed me to productively contribute by shooting the ground, a game clearly right up my alley. The core Turf War mode is one of Nintendo's best modern creations. Fast and frenetic and tons of fun, it highlights the best of those ink and squid mechanics. The game's single-player campaign is full of creativity and serves as a tutorial for the multiplayer. The music is phenomenal, the hub world is vibrant and lively, and the game was consistently supported with new content to keep you coming back. It was Nintendo's first foray into shooters, and their first real effort at a living game, and it was a damn good one. Super Mario 3D World is weaponized creativity. Every single level introduces a new idea, escalates it, and throws it away to move on to something new. Whether it's a racing level inspired by Mario Kart, a level where you're navigating the shadows while eating everything in sight with a handheld piranha plant, or you're navigating your way through an ant colony bouncing on their heads, where you apply the Mario Brothers' famous acrobatic skills to a series of circus-like obstacles, Mario Cirque du Soleil style, where you explore an open, sprawling savanna full of secrets, where you explore a Japanese-style castle opening doors with the gamepad screen, take over a Bowser train full of enemies or obstacles, or the challenging plentiful post-game content. There are so many ideas in this game that it is literally impossible to get bored. There is a borderline, unprecedented level of visual and gameplay diversity, all of which becomes even more delightful in multiplayer. Super Mario 3D World is as good as Mario level design gets. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze may well be the best 2D platformer of all time. No platformer has ever put as much effort into ensuring every single element of their levels is contextualized within the environment. Every obstacle, enemy, and platform makes sense. It's a cohesive whole. It's not just that levels make sense by themselves, each world combines those levels into a theme. And it's not like Mario has a desert world and a snow world. The worlds have their own little narrative built in, like an escalating forest fire, or a fruit processing plant. All of that serves tough but fair platforming, an absolutely brilliant David Wise soundtrack, bright, colourful, detailed levels, more collectibles tucked away than you'll ever need, and a boatload of level variety. Donkey Kong even has Diddy, Dixie, and Cranky Kong there to help him along the way, even if Dixie does make Diddy Kong kinda pointless. From gameplay to design to sheer joy, this is the best Donkey Kong has ever been. That The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was designed primarily with the Wii U in mind makes the game all the more impressive. While the majority of people likely played the game on Switch, the mileage it gets out of the Wii U hardware is pretty staggering. It is a beautiful, large, detailed open world running on a machine most people would have assumed would lack the power for such a game. What more can be said about Breath of the Wild? It is an astounding achievement of design, a brilliant, solemn game that encourages and rewards exploration, offers unparalleled freedom, and plays like an absolute dream. Exploring this incarnation of Hyrule is a quiet, contemplative experience more than anything else, where you carve your own path across the world, not a path the game guides you on. or you just run straight to Ganon from the very start. It is a true masterpiece. It is rare for an HD remaster to do as much for a game as it did for The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker HD. It looks like a game redesigned from the ground up, and it isn't. It's one of the most striking and beautiful games of the console generation, and it is simply a touched up version of a GameCube game. That speaks to how bold and brilliant the original art design was, with its cute and expressive Toon Link, the way enemies explode in beautifully animated puffs of smoke, and the gorgeous high seas. Wind Waker HD will imbue you with the spirit of adventure. You'll sail the open seas with the new Swift Sail and enjoy every second of exploring all the islands you come across, most stuffed with secrets, inventive dungeons, and memorable side quests. I was initially a little hesitant to say a remaster of a GameCube game is the best Wii U game, but this upgrade does so much for the original that I can't help it. Wind Waker HD is the best way to play the best Zelda game ever made. Thank you so much for watching. I have forever insisted that Wind Waker is the best Zelda game, so I could not in good faith include Breath of the Wild ahead of it without taking like a cop-out, being like, oh, there's no remasters allowed, but this remaster is really good, so it's the best Wii U game. What's your favorite Wii U game? The fact that there's probably a good like 3 or 4 great games I left off this list speaks to like the sneaky goodness of the Wii U catalog, so let me know what's your favorite. On your left, my video about the evolution of the Legend of Zelda title screens. On your right, my video about the top 10 new Galar Pokemon in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Thanks for watching.